Hello, my hungry etymologists. My name is Beak, your word warlock, and this is the Idiom Hour. So without further ado, let's learn! The idiom I wanted to share with you today is commonplace for any thespians out there. That's right, if you frequent the theater, you may have used this or heard this many times. Our idiom today is break a leg. So if you aren't familiar with it, break a leg means good luck, something that actors do with each other. Actors say this instead of good luck because, well, they have many strange superstitions, like saying Macbeth while in a theater, or whistling, or, well, saying good luck. So, while the exact history of this phrase is a bit unclear, the origins are very interesting to explore. Some of these possible origins are much more outlandish than others, like the idea that break a leg is referring to John Wilkes Booth, who, after shooting Abraham Lincoln, jumped down to the stage and broke his leg. Others claim it is in reference to Sarah Bernhardt, a French actress who only had one leg. What's amazing about this idiom is that even the more likely origins are terribly interesting. The first of these more likely origins is that the term break does not simply mean break as in break a leg. Break could easily mean bend, so it could be talking about a curtsy or a bow where they bend their leg, break their leg. Break could also be used to infer a large amount of stress. This origin is supported by the Hammond Times, Indiana, 1942, where they wrote, "Whatever the Army or Navy want, the Continental Roll will put it out," or break a leg trying. Another possible origin dates all the way back to ancient Greece, where instead of clapping, Greeks would stamp their feet or slam their chairs on the ground. So it could literally mean put on a performance so enthralling an audience member might break their leg. The final, and most likely origin, dates back to World War II, where German pilots would wish each other good luck by saying Hals und Beinbruch, which literally translates to leg and neck fracture. Where did the Germans get such an interesting turn of phrase? Well, it most likely came from a Hebrew blessing, Hatzlaka u'braka, which means success and blessing. So, while the true origin remains a mystery, it's the perfect kind of mystery, an enticing one. Now on to something a little less mysterious. Our next segment, Quick Figures. First up, pulling their leg, which means to tease or prank. This came from 18th and 19th century London, and it was a form of mugging. See, one robber would pull the victim's leg, while the other would rob them of their valuables. Wow, don't try that at home. Next up, armed to the teeth, which means to be heavily armed. This can be dated back to Port Jamaica in the 1600s. The more primitive guns of the time could only usually fire once before needing to reload, so pirates would arm up with as many weapons as possible, thus the iconic knife between the teeth. Lastly, to steal one's thunder. For this we have to thank John Dennis, a lackluster playwright from London. See, in 1704, John Dennis premiered his play Appius and Virginia at the Drury Lane Theatre, but unfortunately, it panned. But John Dennis did leave a lasting impression with his new method of creating thunder sounds within the theater, which was probably just rolling around big metal balls in a giant wooden bowl. After his own play failed, a production of Macbeth opened at the theater afterwards and used his new method of creating thunder sounds. He read about this and heard about this and proclaimed, "Damn them! They will not let my play run, but they steal my thunder." Huh. What an interesting legacy. But wasn't this a fun episode? We learned a lot, and that's what's important. So until next time, keep asking questions, my fellow etymologists. Keep asking questions.